Hare Krishna Prabhuji, then we pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Prabhuji, accept my humble obeisance to your lotus. Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Krishna everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Voice is not clear, Prabhuji.
Camera is also shaking.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, you are not listening, Prabhuji.
You have been first exam, you went third science. Fourth అంతా చేసుకోవచ్చు చెప్తున్నాను మ్యాథ్స్ లేక ఇంగ్లీష్ అయిపోగానే సైన్స్ అయిపోతుంది ఉండగానే ఎగ్జామ్స్ 8th యాక్చువల్గా అయితే ఏం లేదు అన్ని సైన్స్ ఈ మంత్ 12th అయిపోతుంది
18th మాతాజీ ప్లీజ్ మ్యూట్
ఇలా టైం లేదండి సరే
Hare Krishna, the voice is clear now. You can chat. Audio is clear. Now it is okay. Okay. Better but low. You can speak.
This is the mic, yeah. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Hey, you are not put on the audio.
This is not the microphone. No. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 2, chapter entitled Daksha curses Lord Shiva, verse number 4. Maitreya Vacha Pura Vishvasrajam Satre Pura Vishvasrajam Satre Sametah Paramashrayah Sametah Paramashrayah Tatamara Sarve Tatamara Sarve Sanuga Munayognaya Sanuga Munayognaya Maitreya Vacha Pura Vishvasrajam Satre Sametah Paramashrayah Tatamara Sarve Sanuga Munayognaya Maitreya Vacha Pura Vishvasrajam Satre Sametah Paramashrayah Tatamara Sarve Sanuga Munayognaya. Prabhus Maitreya Vacha Sage Maitreya began to explain the course of his Maitreya Vacha. The sage Maitreya said, Pura, formerly, at the time of Swayambhuva Manu, Vishvasrajam, the creators of the universe, Satre, at a sacrifice, Sameta, were assembled, Parama Rishayaha, the great sages, Tatha, and also Amarat Ganaha, the demigods, Sarve, all, Sa Anugaha, along with their followers, Munaya, the philosophers, Agneyaha, the fire gods. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The sage Maitreya said, in a former time, the leaders of the universal creation performed a great sacrifice in which all the great sages, philosophers, demigods, and fire gods assembled with their followers. Please repeat after me. The sage Maitreya said, in a former time, the leaders of the universal creation performed a great sacrifice in which all the great sages, philosophers, demigods, and fire gods assembled with their followers. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Upon being asked by Vidura, the sage Maitreya began to explain the cause of misunderstanding between Lord Shiva and Daksha, because of which the goddess Sati gave up her body. Thus begins the history of great sacrifice performed by the leaders of the universal creation, namely Marichi, Daksha, and Vashishta. These great personalities arranged for a great sacrifice for which the demigods like Indra and the fire gods assembled with their followers. Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva were also present. So here we see that who was questioning Maitreya here? No, some question. Maitreya has been questioned by Vidura. So why there was a quarrel between the father-in-law and the son-in-law, to the extent that Sati gave up her life. So Maitreya is beginning to explain what has actually happened. So now he's explaining who were present there, and Prabhupada in his purport explains that the same, he expands on the verse, says that how this great history began, the great sacrifice performed by the leaders of the universal creation, namely Marichi, Daksha, and Vashishta. So, Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Niti Namine Nama Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayane Gaura Katha Damadaya Nagara Gramatharine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Katanchana Smrite Yasmin Duskaram Shukaram Bhavet Vismrite Viparitam Sya Shri Chaitanya Namani. So Hare Krishna. This was a last minute notice. I don't know what to speak, but Prabhuji has requested me to speak something. I'll try to say something. So, in this pastime between Daksha and Lord Shiva, we can see that what is the effect of Vaishnava Aparadha. By committing offense to the lotus feet of a Vaishnava like Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is actually, the Bhagavatam is glorifying Lord Shiva to be the greatest Vaishnava, Vaishnavanam Yata Shambho. And the position of Lord Shiva is so significant that he's neither Jiva Tattva, he is not Vishnu Tattva. And the Brahma Samhita explains, Shiram Yata Dadivikara Vishesha Yogat Sanjayate Nahi Tatak Pritahasti Hestu Yashambhutam Samupaiti Karyat Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Shiram Yata Dadivikara Vishesha Yogat. Lord Shiva is Vishnu, but he is not Vishnu. How the analogy is given is that Vishnu is like milk and Lord Shiva is like yogurt. Milk can become yogurt, but yogurt can't become milk. So the position of Lord Shiva is that when Lord Vishnu engages with the material nature, when Lord Vishnu engages with the material nature, he doesn't directly come in touch with the material nature, but he does it through Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva is being the Lord's hand, like how we read in the second canto when the Lord glanced at the material nature. So the glance is called as Rudra. So Lord Shiva's position is very unique, and he's also a head of a sampradaya. He's the head of the Rudra sampradaya, and the followers of Rudra sampradaya, you can see them in Gujarat and Rajasthan. In fact, Vallabhacharya is also from the Rudra sampradaya, and you can see they are worshipping the deities of Madhavendra Puri, Gopal, in Nathdwara. So it's very important to understand the position of Lord Shiva, because normally, like if you look into other sampradayas, like in the Sri Vaishnava sampradaya, they don't give so much emphasis to Lord Shiva or any other demigods. But in our line, we Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's followers, even in fact Lord Chaitanya, when he was on the South Indian tour, he visited different temples, and he visited Shiva Kanchi, and he also visited many other Shiva temple. Even when he was coming down, there's a temple, when he was coming to Puri, near Puri there's a temple of Lord Shiva called Ambujalinga, Shivalinga made of water. So Lord Chaitanya visited there. And he also visited Lingaraj in Bhuvaneshwar. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu composed a prayers on Lord Shiva which is known as Shivashtakam. And there he says that how by the mercy of Lord Shiva you can get the service to Sri Sri Radha Govinda. So Lord Shiva is a very unique personality. And we see in Navadip Dham is there as a Vriddaship. He is protecting the Dham. I remember Guru Maharaj was telling once how before entering the Dham we should always offer our prayers to Vriddaship and Prodamaya, because Lord Shiva is the Kshetra Palak. He protects the Dham, and by the mercy of Lord Shiva you gain access to the Dham. And Prodamaya, she removed the covering on the Dham, where you can see the Swarup, the original form of the Dham. We stay on the covering of the Dham. How Jayapataka Maharaj always used to say, like, normally when you are not qualified enough, you stay on the crust of the Dham. So without the mercy of Lord Shiva, you can't get into the Dham. Similarly in Raj, he is there as Gopeshwar. He's in the form of a gopi, and he is protecting Vrindavan Dham. So Lord Shiva's position is very unique, and his mercy is very much required. Like how we see even in the Bhagavatam, like even in this chapter, in this history of Daksha, you can see how Lord Vishnu, even though Daksha was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu, Vishnu didn't protect Daksha. Vishnu could have protected him. He is the Supreme Lord, but he didn't protect him. The first thing is that we have to understand the greatness of Lord Shiva, and another thing is we should understand the seriousness, the severity of committing Vaishnava Aparadh. The Vaishnava's mercy is very much required, and we sing Ohi Vaishnava Thakur Doyara Sagar Edashi Karuna Kori. We have to pray to the Vaishnavas so that we can get the mercy of the Lord. Like how even Lord Shiva says to Parvati in the Padma Purana, Aradhananam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam Param. Of different types of worship, the worship to the Supreme Lord Vishnu is the supermost, the most superior worship. And Tasmat Parataram Devi Tadiyanam Samacharam says that even greater than the worship of Lord Vishnu is the worship of his devotees. So we have to understand why we have to worship the devotees of the Lord. We can never approach the Lord directly. Even in the altar we can see we have the picture of our spiritual master, then we have the picture of the Guru Parampara, then we approach the Supreme Lord. In fact, Srila Prabhupada once said that if you don't have any picture, Krishna, Goranga, if you have a picture of your spiritual master and you offer whatever you want to offer to the Lord, you can just offer it to your spiritual master, and that goes to Krishna directly, because the spiritual master, he offers that to the Lord, to his spiritual master. Like that, in the Guru Parampara, it goes up. Also, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadikshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Says that vidhi pranipatena, you have to offer your respects. Pariprashna, you have to inquire submissively. And you have to serve a person who's Tattvadarshi, you have seen Krishna eye to eye, have realized Krishna. One is having the theoretical knowledge, another thing is having realization. So these great personalities, they have realization. And Krishna is called as Britya Vashyata. He is completely under the control of his devotee. And Srila Rupa Goswami, in the beginning of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion, he explains 6 qualities of devotional service. And the 6th quality is Sri Krishna Akarshani. Devotional service has the capability to attract even Lord Krishna. Krishna is Krishna, that means he attracts everyone. But devotional service is so special that a person who is performing devotional service, he is able to attract Krishna himself. Why? Because the devotee has no any other desire. His desire is simply to please the Lord's senses. It's explained in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. The devotee means what? He is Krishnendriya Priti Vancha. His desire is only to satisfy the desires of Krishna. Atmendriya Priti Vancha Bali Kamanam, Krishnendriya Priti Vancha Tare Premanam. If you have desire to gratify your own senses, then it is called Kama. But you have desire to satisfy Krishna's senses, then it is called Prema. So devotees, they're situated in the platform of Prema, and they understand that satisfying the senses of the Lord, satisfying the desires of the Lord, fulfilling the desires of the Lord is the primary occupation. In fact, that's the only occupation of the Jiva. Jivair Swarupa Hoy, Krishnair Nityadas. The Jivas are constitutionally they are servants of Lord Krishna. So the position of a Vaishnava is so important that only through a Vaishnava, Krishna se tomar Krishna dite paro, tomar shakati ache, amito kangal Krishna Krishna boli dai tava pache pache. Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur prays, Krishna se tomar, Krishna is yours. Oh hey Gurudev, oh Vaishnava, Thakur, Krishna is yours. You can give me Krishna. You can never get Krishna by your own effort. But Krishna is not a vastu for you to, he's not a sadhya vastu for you to just get him like that. But by his causeless mercy, he avails himself to you. That happens through the mercy of a Vaishnava. Krishna se tomar, Krishna is yours. Krishna dite para. You can give Krishna to everyone. You can give Krishna because you have him with you. Tomara shakati ache. Krishna is with you. Amito Kangal, you have the potency to give Krishna. Amito Kangal, Krishna Krishna boli, dai tava pache pache. You have to cry to the Vaishnava, to the Sri Guru, that please give me Krishna. And you have to consider yourself so humble that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, Amito Kangal, I'm a dog. Krishna Krishna boli, dai tava pache pache. You have to beg for their mercy. So we can see here how Daksha actually offended Lord Shiva. And these Vaishnavas, they are so unique. The spiritual masters especially, they actually, a Nitya Siddha spiritual master, he comes down from the spiritual world. in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's a purport where Srila Prabhupada explains that actually the spiritual master, Vaishnava, he does this preaching activity not because, of course, he is being merciful on the conditioned souls, but he also feels that Lord Chaitanya is in anxiety to reclaim the fallen conditioned soul and take them back to the spiritual world. And the spiritual master, he doesn't want to see the pure devotee of the Lord, he doesn't want to see the Lord being in anxiety. So that's why he takes up the preaching mission very seriously. Like we see in our spiritual master, like His Holiness Jayapataka Swami, we can see what he is doing right now. The amount of hurdles he has, his body is parasist, he can't speak properly. Even to sleep, he needs people to assist him, put him on the bed, and he needs this different assistance while he's sleeping. There's a machine which is being kept here to help him, which helps him to breathe. And so many things are there. And sometimes, while he's sleeping, he wants to move. He feels itchy over in his back, and still he feels that it's so difficult for him to sleep. Like he needs assistance all the time. But even he takes all this trouble just to make sure that Lord Chaitanya is not feeling any anxiety. That's why he requests all of his disciples to preach, so that the mission to fulfill Lord Chaitanya's desire, Pritivite Ache Jato Nagara Digram Sarvatra Prachar Hoive More Naam, becomes realized. So the Guru is completely surrendered to Krishna. The pure Vaishnava is also completely surrendered to Krishna. Surrender means he has these 6 symptoms in him fully manifest. Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjanam, rakshashyati iti vishvasho, gotritve varanam tata, atma nikshepa karpanya, sadvida sharanagati. Anukulyasya sankalpa. The devotee who have surrendered to Krishna, he only does things which are favorable to the performance of Krishna consciousness, devotional service. Pratikulyasya varjanam. He rejects, he avoids those activities, the mentality which is not favorable or not conducive for Krishna consciousness. Rakshashyati iti vishvasho. He has full faith that Krishna will protect him no matter what. Gotritve varanam tatha. Accepting Krishna as one's guardian and maintainer. Atma Nikshepa is completely surrendered. He has given himself completely to Krishna. And Karpanya is very humble. And you can see these 6 symptoms are very much exhibited in the personality of Guru Maharaj. Like he only performs activities which is favorable to devotional service. You can see Guru Maharaj has this nature, he can engage everything, anything in the service of Krishna. You can see the risk that he has taken to preach. Like we have heard, I think we have heard this past time, right? Probably in Madrid, they tried to assassinate him in Madrid. In I think in Milan or Madrid, in Spain, somebody tried to assassinate him by slitting his throat. So Guru Maharaj says, I've not read the book yet. The first thought he had that, Prabhupada has given me instructions. How will I fulfill all these things? So he had full faith in Krishna. He never panicked. He covered his throat with the chadar. He just sat there. He never, please help me. He just sat there. He was completely surrendered to Krishna. Many times we see that can never see him disturbed. Sometimes they come and tell him, "Oh Guru Maharaj, your parameters are not nice. It's very doesn't look very good." He's very relaxed, and he says, "Okay, what am I supposed to do next?" Never seen him in anxiety because he knows that Krishna is in control, and he sees Krishna as his maintainer. Very obvious. I remember those days before stroke. Never seen him demanding, He always accepted whatever was given to him. He sees that Krishna is providing me this. This is what Krishna wants me to accept. I'll just accept this. Even now, of course, now he has this physical challenges. So servants, we provide him his needs. But I've never seen Guru Maharaj demanding for things. He always accept whatever was given to him. And he's completely sold out to Srila Prabhupada. There's a purport in Chaitanya Charitamrita where Srila Prabhupada says, this comes in the Madhya Leela, in the pastime of Madhavendra Puri, where Prabhupada says that a symptom of a person who have attained love of Godhead is that no matter what, like how Madhavendra Puri, he walked all the way from Vrindavan, he went to Jagannath Puri just to get sandalwood or Gopal. He was old and he had to carry these things, and of course finally he got somebody with him, and it was during the summer season, it was scorching heat. So Madhavendra Puri, he went through all these things. He personally went. He could have sent someone, okay, I'm old now, you can go to Orissa, get this sandalwood from Orissa and bring it to Vrindavan and we'll make, but no, he said, no, the Lord had instructed me, I'll go and get all these things for the Lord's pleasure. So he never take in count his personal discomforts. Rather, he was very much focused on satisfying the Lord. So Prabhupada writes in the purport that this is the symptom of love. A devotee of the Lord, no matter whatever it takes, he goes through, but he is only focused in satisfying the senses of the Lord. Prabhupada even writes, he either the Lord or the representative of the Lord, who is the spiritual master. So devotee, he goes through all these turmoils just to satisfy the Lord. That's as also commented by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in this verse, Vivashayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana. Devotee is very much focused in fulfilling the desires, the instructions of the spiritual master. The instruction of the spiritual master is not different from the instruction of the Supreme Lord, because the spiritual master has aligned his thoughts, his desires as the same to the Supreme Lord's desire. So this is also called as oneness, means having the same desire, same mission as the Supreme Lord has. So it's very important that we take shelter of such Vaishnavas and we emulate them, we follow their footsteps. As Bhakti Vinod, as Rupa Goswami explains in the Bhakti Upadeshamrita, say that Sato Vritte, we have to follow the footsteps of great Vaishnavas, and the Bhagavatam is showing us how we should follow that. The different characteristics are there, different personalities are there in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Like how here we see Lord Shiva, Daksha actually humiliated him, but Lord Shiva tolerated that. He never retaliated. But then ultimately when Sati gave up her body, then he punished him. But when Lord Shiva, when he was being dishonored, he never retaliated because he's very humble. So there's so many things to learn from Srimad Bhagavatam, especially in the personalities like Lord Shiva, Dhruva Maharaj, Ritu Maharaj. In the fourth canto, these personalities are going to appear, and you're going to listen from the Bhagavatam about the personalities. So these personalities were, the Acharyas explains there are three types of devotees. One is Swanishta, Parinishtita, and Nirapeksha. Swanishta is a person who comes to the Lord, he performs devotional service, but he also has many other desires. So what happens is, so when he leaves his body, he slowly gets gradually gets promoted to the heavenly planets, then gradually goes to the planet where the Siddhaloka, where the Munis, the sages are there meditating, then gradually ends up in the Brahmaloka, Satyaloka, and he performs devotional service there under the guidance of Lord Brahma. When Brahma's lifetime is over, so with Lord Brahma he goes to Vaikuntha. This is called Krama Mukti. He follows Varnashrama properly. So we see in the Madhva Sampradaya, this process is there, Krama Mukti. You go through the Varnashrama, then you perform Varnashrama nicely, then you be a good Brahmana, then you become a sannyasi, then slowly you'll get promoted to different higher upper planetary system. Eventually you end up in Brahmaloka, then you go back to the spiritual world with Lord Brahma to Vaikuntha. Then there is another group of devotees called Parinishtita. They are very much focused on going back to the spiritual world at the end of this lifetime. Like we see the Sri Vaishnavas, they have this, they are only focused in surrendering to the Lord, and at the end of their lifespan, they want to go back to the spiritual world, Vaikuntha. But the followers of Lord Chaitanya, they are called Nirapeksha. That means they want to see the Lord right now, and they want to go back to the spiritual world right now. So they'll go through whatever it is required, they'll do whatever it is required to see the Lord, to satisfy the Lord. So followers of Lord Chaitanya, so when you become a Nirapeksha, then you get entrance to Golok Vrindavan by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So I'll end here. I spoke something. Whatever I've said is by the mercy of my spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada and the Vaishnavas. Any flaws are there, it's only due to my shortcomings. Please forgive me for that. Hare Krishna. Any questions or doubt or any comment, please feel free to ask or feel free to comment. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. You can ask some questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pravarna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much. It was excellent class.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. It was nice class, Prabhuji. Beautiful and nice class, Prabhuji.
Any questions?
Very nice class, Prabhuji. Excellent.
Hare Krishna. Dhanyavad Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji has got set.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for fabulous class.
Yes, Pooja Vrinda Mataji, what's your question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. See,
Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna. See, it's not regarding this subject. I want to ask you, yesterday was the initiation program in the Bangalore. So how long Guru Maharaj stay? I couldn't go and attend because of my health problems. How long is Guru Maharaj staying in Bangalore? I just wanted to know.
Till 5th, right? Till 5th you'll be in Bangalore, Mataji.
Oh, still 5th?
Yeah,
Okay.
Today is going to Narasimha Giridhari Mandir. Then
Okay.
on 5th you'll be coming to Bangalore.
I mean, just want to have a darshan of him and meet him means where to go. I mean, whom should I contact to meet him?
Tulu Narasimha Giridhari temple. You know Varada Krishna?
Varada Krishna
Yes.
Prabhu?
Yeah,
Yes.
contact.
Yes.
Please ask.
Yes.
Please. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavats. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, you talked about 3 types of Vaishnavas. You
Yes,
know?
Mataji. Yeah.
Can you please explain, because I'm not able to understand well.
Okay. So the last point, right?
Yeah.
So Swanishtita means he has bhakti plus other material desires.
Okay.
You have to perform devotional service no matter what. You can be a Jnani, Karmi, whatever it is. Performing devotional service to Lord Vishnu is like paying income tax to the government.
Okay.
You can't escape devotional service. The performance of devotional service is required in any other process, even let it be Jnana Yoga or Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. So, but you have material desire. So what happens is, you have material desire, you worship the Lord, so slowly, gradually become elevated to the higher planetary systems, you enjoy the senses, then gradually you'll get promoted and you'll go to Brahma's planet, Satya Loka. There, by the mercy, you'll hear from Lord Brahma, and there, from with Lord Brahma, you'll go back to the spiritual world, because slowly, gradually, you are free from all material desires. Okay. Parinishthita is you are sure that you want to go back to the spiritual world at the end of this lifetime. So you give up other process. You just surrender to the Lord and you serve Him.
Okay.
So at the end of this lifetime, when you give up this body, you go back to the spiritual world, Vaikuntha. The next one is Nirapeksha. Nirapeksha means this person is very much attracted by the qualities of the Lord and he wants to see the Lord immediately. Laulya, that greed to see the Lord is there.
Okay.
And with that desire, I want to see Him right now. I don't mind, I can give up my body, whatever it takes. I want to see Him, I want to serve Him right now. So a devotee on that platform, he performs Nirapeksha Bhakti. And only devotees like this, they get access to Goloka Vrindavan.
Okay. But in order to achieve this Nirapeksha, you have to cross all the other 2. Is it not, Prabhuji?
No, not like that. If you have,
Not like that. Okay.
that's why if you have Tatrat Laulyam Apimulyam Ekalam, that means if you have intense greed, and that comes by associating with devotees who have that greed to attain Krishna.
Oh, okay.
By hearing about Krishna, by hearing about his quality, Tannama Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu Smrityo Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyojya Tishtan Vraje Tadanuragi Jananugami Kalam Nayet Ityakila Upadesha Saram. That means you have to hear about Krishna's Tannama Rupa Charita. You have to hear about Krishna, you have to hear Krishna's name, you have to chant his name. Then Rupa, you have to hear the qualities of Krishna. You have to hear the beauty, you have to know about Krishna's personality, his pastimes, his interaction. So when you hear from those devotees who have developed attachment in that third line, Tishtan Vraje Tad Anuragi Jananugami, by following a devotee, by performing devotional service under a devotee who's Krishna Anuragi, who has developed intense love for Krishna, by following their footsteps, then what happens is you will develop the same greed to serve the Lord. That's why if you see the in the Shikshashtakam, Mahaprabhu says, Ashlishya va padaratam pinashtumam. Say, Krishna, no matter how you deal with me, how you handle me, I don't care, but I only want to serve you. You know? They want to serve Krishna immediately, and that feeling that, oh, yugaitam nimishena, oh, a moment becomes like a yuga, So that comes by association with those devotees who have attained that. And those devotees are generally, they are the devotees of Lord Chaitanya.
No. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Once again, can you tell the name of the three platforms? One is Nirapesha, is the ultimate, and the other two?
Svanishta and Parinishtita.
Svanishta and Parinishtita.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Where is Guru Maharaj staying in Bangalore, Prabhuji?
Today, right now, he will be in ICC South Bangalore. I think today he'll be going to ISKCON Narasimha Giridhari Mandir.
Where is that, Prabhu? Which area do you know?
I don't know anything about Bangalore. I don't know anything
Okay,
about. You can,
okay, Guruji, I'll Google it.
You can Google search it. Yeah, ISKCON Sri Narasimha Giridhari Mandir. Please go and, if you get an opportunity, please go and hear from him, because whatever.
Timings?
It will be in the evening, most probably. They'll keep you updated in the Jayapataka Swami app.
Oh, there is a Jayapataka Swami app. Okay.
Yeah, so if you get an opportunity, please go and hear from him, because I might speak so many things, but this is all theoretical knowledge. But Guru Maharaj, even a sentence which comes out from his lotus mouth, it is realized knowledge. That will have much more impact on you than me persons like me speaking for hours and hours together. One line from his lotus mouth will have much more spiritual shakti on you.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Has more spiritual potency.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Mancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnavrinda ki swanishta, parinishtita and nirapeksha.
Thank you, Prabhuji. His Holiness Jayapataka Swamiji Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai Guru Maharaj ki Jai.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you for such nice. Dhanyavad.